pistol armor and some nades. We see a smoke on Kiyoshima, a flash on Happy, so you can expect some fast action here from them. But the middle dominance there from NiP very briefly. It looked like they wanted to actually go for a bit of a poke into second mid, but I think they saw a lot of traffic towards T-slope at the bottom of mid and decided otherwise. That information is going to be key though, as it did also allow them, if there was to be a B rush, for them to flank very quickly. However, LDLC are actually taking it a little bit more slowly thanks to the grenades of NiP, but look at how far back they are in all of these positions. They are ready now with these rifles, trying to abuse the ranges. As LDLC tentatively make their way up middle now.
This is a very passive position from Exist as well, so they'll get quite a ways around the corner. You should get the first shot if they don't smoke him off entirely.
Here we go though, the pushes are ready to come in. Already lots of damage done onto LDLC. They are quite softened up at this point, ready to be eliminated by NiP's rifles. And already Exist gonna work in onto Smiths, getting another couple frags there from Libraries. Excellent work, Forrest on the signature position of his, over by the blue truck on pit, and that is an easy cleanup. Excellent work there from NiP to get a good start on the second map, and they really need it. So here we go. Phallus is all around for NiP, and LDLC going to be on the full save now.
It's a full save. They'll try and get back into it. They do invest in one CZ. That's Kiyoshima grabbing that. Of course, he's the only one that's gotten more than one kill, so he's got the extra money to even himself up. They'll rush up middle. They're going to get one nade down toward them, but not a lot of damage dealt. Smith tries to peek out, return fire on Exist. Takes some on his own, and Shoxy now down to 56, but does take down Forrest, so they're starting off well with these pistols again.
Court is wide open as well. It's actually wide open right now, NiP with a big weakness, and LDLC look poised to strike through that weakness, but quickly the reposition comes in, the smoke gets dropped onto middle. That's going to allow NiP just the breathing room they need to get back into position, so that small window opportunity there has now disappeared. And
Get Right's joined over as well from B, so A is fully locked down, despite that it was open like you say.
And they've got Freiberg there. He's got a good position on Banana with that smoke. So he's going to be able to spot them if they come through and fall back and have just enough time for his teammates to reinforce that B bomb site. So NiP look good for this defense right now. LDLC got to do something quite miraculous, and it's like they are going to challenge the King of Banana for his throne as he does fall back. And look at this. He's delaying. Perfect play from
absolutely.
Freiberg.
So it's all on Freiberg to come in when they get there, because Get Right, despite that delay, hasn't come around, but Freiberg gets one, he's going to get two, he's holding on like a genius right now as they come in under pressure. He will switch over to the pistol, he tries to delay the bomb plant, Smiths will put him down in the end, but he was successful, so still that money not given to them. Now they'll finally get it. It is 3-on-3, they've only secured one gun, and it's in Shoxy's hands, who only has 2 HP. Get Right, trying to get something with that Tech 9. Does come around the corner, Smith manages to get that cross, but here's Exist coming out of CT, takes him down, relocates onto Happy, but fails to get him. Michael Ailey, though, should make quick work of the remaining players, and with Get Right, it'll be an easy defuse.
Get Right's going to go for the defuse here. Michael Ailey on the cover, because Get Right is much lower on the health, and there you go. Going to be the around there for NiP. It was a very nice push there from LDLC, however, and you got to really throw it to both teams how well they adapted to the situations and how well Freiberg got those 2 quick entries. He delayed them, got the 2 key kills on their entry into the bomb site. So definitely man of the round it's got to be Freiberg in that situation. As we are going to move into the next round, and now things get scary. That the bomb plant of LDLC is going to give them a lot of extra cash. So now they've got those full grenades, even a Molotov there on Smiths. However, Michael Ailey with the AWP, and we know how strong Freiberg and Get Right are on this setup behind the car, behind this smoke on Banana.
They aren't really pushing too forward. Freiberg is there now by the sandbags. Get Right actually is going to fall way back. I think he's just going to set up for a secondary smoke. They can get it further down, but meanwhile, Shoxy's already inside apartments.
Oh my goodness.
Forrest goes down as well, so Shoxy's found 2 very key frags. They'll flash and smoke up Banana just to keep them busy, keep them guessing, but with that many invitations open at A, they're going to rotate. Get Right's wise to it, though. He's already there. That smoke's going to cut him off, but I have a feeling he's going to try and get through it. Doesn't matter. Kiyoshima finds him. Michael Ailey, all that's left up close, does get 2. He's looking for the 3rd. He finds it, but Kiyoshima responds. But this has given Freiberg a huge chance. Michael Ailey, he definitely brought them back into contention on this map, and DreamHack, when it was considered a map they did not want to play. But look at Shoxy. He's aware that Freiberg's there. He's going to go all the way to B. Freiberg's smart, though. He's already working in that direction, and he's wise to it. He's going to go around. Should be an easy bomb plant, but then it's all going to be one-on-one. Freiberg's still not sure. Now he will. Health advantage to NiP. Positional advantage to Shoxy. Both with rifles. Shoxy not sure where he's coming from either. He's going to fall back out on Banana. That's going to give him the benefit here. In fact, he does know he's in CT because he hears that smoke go out now. So Freiburg should be able to read this smoke as well on the top side of Banana. Know that he's out there, but he's going to try and use that smoke of his own to his advantage. He's going to peek out. He's looking the wrong direction.
So
I'm surprised he didn't come out with that at all and at least be looking in that direction. Shoxy gets it.
Yeah, he was faking it Freiburg out of the smoke, thinking that, okay, he's smoking off Banana because that's going to eliminate that position, not expecting him to actually hide behind the smoke. So really nice play there from Shoxy. Very smart in the one-on-one. 3-1 now, LDLC picking up that buy round. Just enough cash for NiP to put together something, but Michael Lele making the highlights there. That was an insane 3-kill, maybe one of the highlights of the tournament for sure. We're going to have to see if NiP can do something creative here to hold on. They got a mag on Michael Lele, just a 5-7 on Freiburg. They did manage to get quite a good amount of grenades, so that's going to be very key for them. As Exist is in his usual position here on quad.
Oh, Freiburg getting manly with 2 grenades. He gets flashed by a teammate to try and help him, but it actually goes the wrong way because MBK was dodging off of that, so they'll get easy kills now as Michael Lele's down on A. It's all on Exist. He does find 2, importantly, one of which was intended to be where the bomb was going to go because Kiyoshima's wrapped back around to alt middle and picked that up. They've still got the full map to work with. They should still pick up on this. That smoke will actually connect on Exist, and then Smith takes him down. So back in it, LDLC, 2 rounds, both of the gun rounds at that, on the terrorist side.
Yeah, we're going to see a bit of a full save here from NiP. In fact, from the last grand final that they played on this map against LDLC, it was this kind of a position that they were able to actually work back from. It looked quite unbelievable, but they had a setup on the B bomb site, a stack, and that was one of the ways that they got back into the match. We're not going to see that this time. You know, putting 3 players towards Banana, however. And I'll have to see if they're going to be able to pull something together here. So,
waiting on those smokes
as
too.
well.
Yeah, they're waiting to use them. They want to delay it as much as possible. Just hold them out even longer.
Just like LDLC didn't learn their lesson from the previous grand finals, but this time there's no stack, so it should be much easier. MBK in with a quick entry, but Exist able to take 1 down. But this is the impossible task, surely, with only 3 pistols to work with. So there's Shoxy there, just holding down construction. Too easy there, onto Freiburg. As my play comes in as well. Nothing to lose here for the NiP squad as they try to get some kills on the board, but it's going to be a clean round more or less, just losing MBK on the entry. And that's 3-3 now, as LDLC managed to tie up the match. But we will have our buy from NiP, and I doubt we're going to see NOP. They really need to have full nades here. You can even see Freiburg going for the Famous just to make sure that he can have full nades on Banana. It's so important. So no AWP for Michael Lele.
No AWP on LDLC's side either. So they'll go full rifles. LDLC looking sharp.
See, get right there, just breathing a sigh. Definitely not feeling good at the moment.
This time they will both get aggressive as well at top Banana with that smoke out. They are going to put some early pressure there, as Smith fires away. MBK has the bomb. But Shoxy again is getting aggressive. He's already inside Boiler. They've smoked off that doorway, so he won't be able to come out immediately and try and find Exist, who spams away. Pardon me, that smoke's just actually over on the right as Forrest now is going to, in his default spot, try and find Happy. They still haven't rotated back over to join them because they haven't found anything. Michael Lele's still in middle, and here comes Freiburg with some spam with that FAMAS. That smoke's going to go away, but surprisingly, he doesn't collect MBK, who's low HP, and they catch Get Right as he tries to flash out. So Kiyoshima, again with 2 entries, there's no stopping for this guy. Michael Lele's over there. He's going to spam away as they try and enter into B, but they're across. Smith brings the bomb. They'll plant it off. I think NiP are going to hold on to these weapons because Michael Lele's back over the other way, but it's not going to be easy. Shoxy and Happy didn't even have to join the raiding party at B. Exist still underneath the atrium. Happy's going to wrap around him through Banana, or pardon me, through apartments. Shoxy.
You can really see the frustration there on Get Right's face as well. They know they've lost another round. And you can see that that's a situation where Gary wasn't able to take down Kiyoshima. Kiyoshima was able to take down not just Freiburg, but him as well. He had the pop flash, he had the advantage, but still, Kiyoshima found the frag. So this is really hard times to Get Right, and Freiburg is really going to have to pull together that B defense. And I think going to be able to hold on to these weapons. It was a good investment for LDLC to try to take some more weapons away here from NiP, but this is actually going to allow NiP to build a decent defense now into this next round. They can actually force up behind this, get the nades on the board, and actually have a good shot at another round. However, going to take something quite special for them.
Yeah, and look at the money on the LDLC side. Even after the bye, they've got lots to work with, so they've got to start getting the rounds consecutively. 4 straight for LDLC. Let's get right, heads back over toward B, Banana. Gosh, he's going to play it more passively this time. Freiburg gets up there. They haven't smoked it directly, but look at the push up middle right now. Exist already forced back. Michael Ailey is in the cubby. And that smoke comes out just in time to discourage that push. Freiburg, though, over B. They've all gone passive. They're not confident because Kiyoshima's taken them down a few times when they've tried to get those aggressive plays in. Freiburg has already been spotted as well. Now Get Right will try and delay.
This is definitely a good point, actually. I mean, it was rare against Fnatic. We saw them give up that car, the forward smoke in front of the car. That was such a strong defense for them. But to see now if they're going to be able to put good defenses in onto the A site as well. They do have such powerful players on both ends of the map here, so there's no real weaknesses. We do have a standard setup coming in from NiP right now as LDLC do just keep them guessing, keep just using the time to their advantage, trying to waste more and more grenades. We can see that NiP are lower and lower on grenades, and they know that NiP have problems with the money, so this is really hitting them where it hurts now, because now the push is going to come in. Freiburg and Get Right are the only 2 players with grenades left, so this could actually be something to work with for NiP on the B site here, but they're all the way back.
And Happy's being a nuisance over at A, so they haven't even gone for that rotation.
And here it comes, the set play into the B-bomb site. Get Right and Freiburg. If ever a performance was needed from these 2 players, it would be right here, right now on the site. Freiburg peeks out, gets 2 quick frags. Get Right now in, gets one of his own. Only going to get one though. Michael Elliott through the smoke with the spam, and that's going to be a big advantage into the round. 3-on-1. Happy gets the bomb down though, and Michael Elliott going to spin on by, takes him down, and the bomb will be defused. Great round from Freiburg. Garo picked up one as well. Good defense. Michael Ailey will on through the smoke. And NiP, they managed to keep themselves in the round, in the map, as LDLC were looking very strong. Still a good economy to roll with, however.
Absolutely. Even after that loss, Shoxy had 10K in the bank. So it's going to take even more from NiP to establish a dominance on the CT side. They're going to start it off, in fact, not with much. Exist not able to get, okay, he does have that AK, my apologies. Didn't show up on the overlay for me, but they still can't get that AWP out on Michael Ailey. That said, he's playing well with the M4. Now stick with it. They go back to standard formations. Forest down below in the atrium. Exist is there as well. I thought they might try and boost him up over, but they don't need to. No smokes in position just yet. 4 players this time from LDLC over toward A. They are going to try and get aggressive up in toward the apartments just now. There's nobody in Banana at all, by the way, so despite that Get Right and Freiburg aren't being aggressive, they will smoke it out now.
And they're going to take over apartments as well, slowly but surely, but they are actually carrying the bomb towards that position as well. And interestingly, NiP are playing so defensively on Banana that they don't have any presence there. So that's actually doesn't matter too much for LDLC that they don't have presence there either. However, in the go the grenades. Can they make the set play work? Forest in with the AK, gets 2 quick frags, 2 headshots as they dive in on top of him. Exist now forced to defend quad. He does so expertly, gets 1 frag. Happy now 1 against 4 players. Forest will actually go down. Good work from the in-game leader there. Picks up another one. Is he going to do this? 2 players left here for Happy to take down. 35 seconds left on the clock for him to work with, but it's going to be Freiburg to take him down from the rotation. And there you go. This is why this guy is so dangerous. Often he's one of the last guys left alive on these pushes, but you can't ever count him out. And that's a 5-4 scoreline. NiP, they are holding on.
So now they will go for the AWP. Michael Ailey gets it. He does have a reasonably quick spawn to get to middle as well. He might actually just catch them as they come by the stairs. He's a bit low, but they haven't actually gone that way right away, so he could get a shot. They will flash him wisely. He tries to spam away, not going to connect. And he doesn't even have the line of sight to determine whether or not they've crossed over into Banana. He's still there. Actually, he lags Kiyoshima down to 4. So he does get some good damage in. By the way, Kiyoshima, the only one that doesn't have a rifle, so they have reset the economy now after 2 rounds. They've still got work to do. Smoke off inside apartments. Happy not able to work up. Shoxy's already in there, though, but MBK is going to get right over at B, but Freiburg immediately responds with 2. Exist gets dropped inside apartments. Michael Ailey's going to try and make up for the lack in coverage as he takes the AWP over toward the arch side. It's an even split as Forrest gets up underneath the atrium, and they're going to smoke out onto him. Michael Ailey's going to be the first one with that line of sight. That flash just comes up a little bit light, but Mike can't hit the shot. He's out. He's going to have to find it. He still can't find Shoxy, so he's forced to fall back, and Forrest still can't get any shots in. But they know there's players on either side. They're pinched, so they fall back into the coverage of middle just for now. And in fact, They are going to go join Kiyoshima, who with that 4 HP does have the bomb. Michael trails back towards CT, knowing that that's a possibility, but Freiburg, again, is going to be the man that has to hold it.
It would be the ace as well, but he's only got 12 health to work with. He does have some flashbangs, but will he even get the opportunity to use them here? Michael smoked off. Freiburg's alone right now, completely alone. LDLC going to be gunning in on top of his position, gets nothing. NiP now have to rely on Michael coming through, but he's smoked off. Going to dive through the smoke, looking for the shot. Shoxy going to take him down. Forest against 3 now. Absolutely doable for him.
Yeah,
he's got full health, and he's going to make his way slowly up Banana now. They don't know where he is, so this is the only advantage he's carrying at the moment. He's going to find the first frag potentially. Gets 2, gets the player further back, but oh, what a reaction. Happy instantly 90 degrees turn, snaps his neck, and that's going to be another round there for the French side, as Happy has been on point all series.
And immediately back to pistols for NiP. So LDLC, 5 rounds on Inferno. CT-sided team. They might actually get this gold medal in 2 against NiP. See what the response is going to be on the defensive side. They've switched things up. Get Right's over toward A this time with Forest and Exist. They're spreading out evenly. They're going to flash it out onto Banana this time. No smokes to work with. Michael Ailey's actually the one who wants to get aggressive, but NBK's still spamming away toward the car, and Shoxy's already up on Boiler. Get Right's lurking. He's taking off every board just so he can see through. NBK now, though, flashback, and Michael Ailey has crossed over. Now they know he's there. Happy, though, does get Forest. So a good start, and Get Right's in an awkward position as they're going to swarm onto him. I'm not sure how he's still alive. Exist now drops as Get Right somehow disappears and gets into cover and sneaks back out of Boiler, but they're inside A, and watch out, Mr. Get Right. He's coming around, and he's actually gets Smith. Happy responding immediately. Freiburg, all that's left again with just the pistol. He might come around, look to see if he can knock some guns out of their hands, but Shoxy's holding the angle, and he will get the kill easily. So LDLC in the lead.
I actually think that Smith is going for the knife, and it may seem like, you know, it's not big of a deal, but if he actually gets a knife on the Get Right, the demeanor for NiP is already so deflated in comparison with how they were against Fnatic. Against Fnatic yesterday, we saw them, it was just grins all around. They seem so uplifted constantly, even through intense situations where, you know, Fnatic had every chance to win the match. They never seem to be doubting themselves emotionally, but right now, NiP, they know how hard this is right now. Can they pull it out here? They were able to take this map off LDLC last time they met in DreamHack Winter 2014 Grand Finals, but it's going to take something special right now. Again, 5-6, LDLC starting to really work on an advantage. However, Michael on the AWP, we haven't seen that for a little bit now.
He's over at B, so they've pretty much, whether Get Right made that call or not, wasn't happy with his performance. They're going to change things up, see if they can get back into it. Kiyoshima trying to peek up over top from Logs and see what's going on as Michael Ailey continues to spam, and they've readdressed it. They've gone back over toward A, and Forest and Exist going to come under extreme pressure. They've got him up above that smoke, so he will be able to see over it. Flash still does come in, but it's just barely going to cut him off, and Smiths is going to catch Get Right, so they've got a great opportunity. But can Exist shut them down? If he plays this accordingly, they will smoke it off. They try and peek. They know he's there now. That shoulder peek's giving him away, but Michael Ailey's still going to be able to respond into Smiths. Watch out as a player drops out in behind. Forrest wise to it, though, and he's so good at holding apartments, and now he's also going to get onto Shoxy. With 1 HP left, he shuts them down. But watch out, Freiburg. You're already rotating over, and they're heading back your direction. Now he's going to know that flash. He'll call for backup. Michael Ailey the first to rotate. They're going to have to shut them down. It's still not job done just yet. They jump across. Kiyoshima is trying to get that plant. He's only got 14 HP. He peeks him out. He drops the bomb planter. Immediately avenged by NBK, but crucially...
They've got no health. NBK's against 2, but they have no health. NBK picks up the kill to Michael Ailey. This might just be the clutch round for him. 3 seconds left. 3 seconds, no time. And Forrest survives with 1 HP. And NBK can't get the clutch. What a key delay to the plan, sacrificing himself. That is such an important moment there. Such an important moment there for NiP. But still, you can see how intense they are, how focused they are. They know it's far from over. LDLC, just the same tension on their faces as well. 6-6 now the score. It is, of course, match point here for LDLC if you're just joining us here. And with GX Games, we're going to see a bit of a push here. Just 3 players opening up here onto Banana for a bit of opening presence. Going to fall back with Exist, though.
Michael Michael going to have to be brilliant with this Mag 7, as they are going to wrap around, instantly getting aggressive. Shoxy's going to find Forrest before he gets one. And Michael responds. Exist also into MBK, so they've done the job. They've got it back down to a reasonable 3-on-2, but they do have the site control. Kiyoshima's going to try and go for that bomb plant all the way in the back corner. They smoked them off, but through the smoke Exist will close out on Happy, so now Get Right from the other side will complete the pinch, and with his back to him, Get Right closes him down. NiP get that round, 7-6 on the board. I'm not sure it's still enough. They're going to have to close out the half, in my opinion.
It's definitely going to take every last round here against LDLC. They got such a sick T and CT side, but either way, NiP definitely feeling a bit better about themselves at the moment. They're going to have a nice buy-in. No AWP on Michael, but that's okay. He's been playing just fine without it so far. LDLC with a scrappy buy here, but that's almost when they're the most dangerous, as they play the most risky styles in buys such as this. And they know that they could really knock NiP off balance with a quick round or with a quick unexpected opening angle, and already darting through apartments. Forrest is tracking their movement though with that gap through the smoke as they push up middle and Exist on quad, really forced to a defense here, spraying him down. Michael coming in with the support, and Get Right gonna lock down Banana, so looking good. They're holding the lines, still trying to push them though, and they will push them back just a little bit more. Michael falls back just as his teammate did on quad. Exist now, what a shot from Kiyoshima with a CZ, unbelievable there, as Michael still plays with that M4, trying to keep them at arm's length over at middle now, as Get Right is left alone behind the smoke. 10 HP for him now, as the pressure is mounting, and Freiburg is called to help him out now.
And that's the interesting aspect, because Happy's forced that rotation, so they've opened up a window at A. They've dropped the bomb down the middle just in case it doesn't go according to plan, but Kiyoshima and Shoxy have both been packing quite a punch so far on this mat.
Splitting up everywhere.
Come around, but meanwhile Freiburg does catch Happy off. Whether or not he's going to call that they're there, because it is late in the round. 25 seconds left. Keo goes back for the bomb. They are going to commit to it over at A this time. Michael and Forrest on the hold. Forrest is on the balcony, already catching Shoxy. Peeks out and he gets Keo as well. So another straight round for NiP. 8-6 now.
Yeah, if they lock down this 9-6 for NiP, they're gonna feel confident. They're gonna feel good. The 8 rounds still, they're still gonna feel good about this. They got a really good T side. So I mean, this is as close as you would expect for an Inferno. Neither team, I think, is going to be feeling too terrible about the rounds that they have on the board. The only thing they can be feeling bad about is some of the rounds that they've lost, because I think both teams here have certainly made their fair share of mistakes. However, that is to be expected in such an intense grand finals between two of the top teams in the world.
LCZZ though, they've gone back to them.
And this could very well get pretty crazy. Looks like they want to gear up for that set play towards the bomb site. And Happy is just running a bit of a distraction over towards the A site, creating presence just to delay the rotation. But we know how good Freiburg and Get Right can be here. Can they be broken though? M4 spraying down Get Right, also with the spray, looking pretty solid.
Up for him.
And it's going to be a very easy cleanup for them against that bunch up of French players. And LDLC now, 6 rounds for them on the T side, 9 for NiP as they switch onto the T side themselves. And it's all to play for both of these teams. But for LDLC, they really don't want this to go to Cobble. They really don't want that.
Nobody in their right mind should want this
nobody,
to Cobble.
Nobody in their right mind wants to go to Cobble. You're absolutely correct there.
I'd sooner pick Bazar
except
than
for Valve.
Mac Pools.
Valve wants it to go to Cobble. We know that. Volvo,
so
please.
We'll get it underway. Ninjas with 9. It's not a bad recovery considering they were down at one point in that half to LDLC.
Yeah.
And they can be quite aggressive. They are arguably the best T-side team in the world. They're going to have to be exactly that. But again, they are equally matched in LDLC. It's going to be interesting to see how Michael is going to respond. Smiths with the op is going to be absolutely aggressive, and he's rotated it a bit back and forth between both banana duties and middle in previous matches, so they're going to have to read them.
There's always so much emotion on these guys' faces. It's just incredible. The thing about this right now is that NiP, as they move on to their T side with the advantage, it's going to be so incredibly crucial that they start off well here, because LDLC, once they get a good bank going, they're so good at keeping the pressure on their opponents constantly, and they'll keep out a lot of the options for NiP. And I'm not sure how NiP are going to fare on map control against them, because LDLC are very strong at these aggressive map control plays. So that's a big question mark for me as we jump into the pistol now.
So is it going to be a forced third map, or LDLC going to wrap it up and take the first X Games gold? We're about to find out. They dropped that bomb down behind the T-stairs. They just want to get some information early on. Lots of decoys at top middle right now. Kiyoshima, Shoxy, and Smith's over at that bomb site, so it's NBK and Happy at B. Freiburg's just lurking in the bottom side of Banana in case they do get aggressive, as NBK is holding just that angle at the corner. Looks like they actually are going to group in that position. So one good flashbang, but they don't have any to work with. They haven't bought any grenades at all. It's just armor for NiP. They're going to work it forward. Now they're going to get smoked off. And they can't even flash through and respond to that, so they pretty much have to wait. As Happy, though, is up in that corner, so he might catch them off guard as well. It's looking pretty good for the setup on LDLC's side. Get Right, though, is trying to sell over toward A. Happy's forced back a little bit.
That was really sneaky there. He did his sneaky push through the smoke. Smith's going to pick one over on towards A, but the real push coming in on top of B. There's only 2 players left now, so it's great defense coming in from LDLC so far. As LDLC have MBK at the back of the site with those dual Berettas. And they're going to be splitting the focus between these NiP players all over the place. MBK coming in from the back now to take down Michael Ellie. 8 HP to work with. He's going to pick up a kill, but that's all he's going to get. And that's a nice hold there. MBK showing very nice stuff with Happy on the B bomb site. That's usually where things can get really nasty for the CTs, as the Glocks can get on top of you really fast if you're not careful. But showing why the dual Berettas can be quite useful.
So CT team, CT map, 2 rounds only behind. They take the pistol. We should, all things considered, go to 9-9, but NiP going to go for, well, actually not much at all. I thought they might go for a bit more in the punch, but they're just going to get armor and Tech 9s.
They have some nice strats on Inferno for rounds like this as well. They got some really sick ones towards B, but actually at the moment they're gathering up towards A.
2 shotguns out, by the way, and Kiyoshima's got the first one. He's going to find Forrest immediately in front of him and immediately pieces him out. Now he's going to fall back because doesn't want to get picked off. The second one, by the way, is in the hands of MBK. They've got one at each site. Shoxy's going to fire away through that smoke. Catches out on Freiburg. Kiyoshima's inside the site. He might actually get more with that Swag 7. And he does so with style. Shoxy also dropping Michael Haley. Get Right, all that's able to find a kill. And all that's left. And Kiyoshima, man, oh man, that gun has been strong this weekend. 3 kills for him with the mag.
Lots of money in the bank there. That's $800 reward for that, and so you can see him on 5,400 now. So that's if they want it, a quick AWP, or just keep that reserve there in case of, you know, in case of a rainy day fun, troubling times. Going to pick up the M4. MBK going to stick to the big popper pump and the dual Berettas. I think that's the manliest combination. Goes very well with his manly demeanor. And
just needs a bottle of Jack to match it.
Exactly. In the to see now if Shoxy can get something sneaky here with the Mag 7. Although NiP aren't really pushed up on the map at all at the moment, so he's going to get a lot of key information here though as NiP slowly move up towards Banana. We do have MBK with the big popper pump ready for a play now.
Wants to get close at the right time though.
And here they come into his shotgun. Big popper pump with style. MBK gets 2 there. Happy with the support. Does lock him down. Existing with the frag to try to make some map control, but shocks in from behind. And that's it. LDLC tied up 9-9 in this grand finals here.
High pressure situation now for Ninjas in pajamas. First gun round, Michael Haley going straight for the AWP. AKs on the rest of them. They've got some nades to work with on pretty much everybody. Of course, with the exception of the off player. Shoxy's going to keep that Mag 7 too, so we'll see if he gets aggressive in apartments with it again. If he can catch one off early and switch it over to a gun, it would be extremely good, because that means he hasn't invested anything into this round. NiP patiently wait. Get Right this time already pushing up, and I called it. Shoxy's already in apartments. Watch out. He's going to continue to push it down. He smokes himself off. He might get Right in the window. This is going to be tense. Get Right's going to come around the corner. Is he going to get him? No, Get Right. What a shot as he takes down Shoxy. Catching him entirely out right there. So a good start to the round for NiP this time, but they still haven't committed to the bomb site. They have forced that rotation from Happy. They've got the bomb still to work with. Drop down at bottom middle, and Forrest and Get Right are still just wreaking havoc over there. As Freiburg and Michael Haley creep a little bit more forward. Smith's going to even it up though. Catches Get Right that time. And Kiyoshima, oh, behind this smoke. That could have been bad for NiP.
They really want to put the test on MBK. They want the wrap there, but it is not going to happen here. You'll see locking this down. MBK still, actually they can't, he delayed them long enough. I thought they were going to get through the smoke, but their window of opportunity might just go away. Now Happy comes in for the play, putting bullets in there. Mad work done by MBK at the back of the site. Going to be able to clean up the rest of the push. And there was a very small window there. A very small window where they have 3-on-1 against MBK, but they just missed it just by about 5 seconds or so. And
that's a pretty dejected get right.
Yeah, this is a completely different demeanor as compared with how they were against Fnatic yesterday, when it was all smiles for them.
And I mean, they've put up an argument in the last 2 major tournaments between this and DreamHack to potentially retain their #1. As if they performed like that again in a 3rd tournament, it would be debatable. But LDLC right now look like that's going to be all their title after Fnatic's exit from this one. Kiyoshima again underneath the atrium, holding off that crossfire with Smiths. They've also got a 3rd player just in behind them who's launching onto the apartments. I do believe that is Shoxy. The smoke comes out onto Smiths. That forces them back a little bit. Exist is going to come around, though. Smoke's working well for them, but now they're going to get mopped as Shoxy picks up 2. Exist does respond, and now Happy and Smiths will chime in with 1 apiece. So get right. All that's left is in a 1-on-3. Does get the first. Doesn't have that bomb down. Does get the second. And now he's just got to go 1-on-1. He's got to be careful. He's going to flash it out. He's still holding on to that Tech 9. MBK can't peek, but be careful. Get right not to look the wrong direction. He looks like he might pull this off. Get right. The master. Oh, he sees him. Get right. The most unbelievable 1v3 in the absolute pivotal time. And smart wise to it. He puts the bomb down. Goes from dejection, and look at the grin on his face now. Can NiP build off this?
Look at that.
They're going to have to.
He allows a little smirk to just escape there, just for a moment, just to enjoy that clutch. And that's so crucial. If there's a player in NiP that you need to be feeling good, to get a 1-on-3, to lift the team, it's Get Right. It is Get Right 100%. He's going to be renewed right now, and this could be a turning point for NiP right now. NiP have Michael Ellie pushing up to go for this push onto that banana, as we will see that he's going to find nothing. MBK goes to the push. Did he get the shot? Not quite as close, though. And MBK is going to spot that deep angle there, and that's really good here for NiP. You can see some nades going to be wasted.
Michael Ellie.
He wants to go for more. And this is the thing, this is what Michael Ellie's on the team to do. He's on the team to get these entries. MBK, does he dare challenge him? Another flash, another smoke, and Michael Ellie's life is made more difficult. But in they go, they don't care. Freiburg, entry man here, is going to go in. Happy, great position on the fountain, but the return is there. Freiburg does gun down a second one. Good work there on the entry. There's more players to be taken down, but Freiburg has construction, a key bit of map control when you want this after plant to go well, and this is absolutely recognized by LDLC, who turn tail, take what they can, and they run.
These last 2 rounds, NiP have pushed it into another gear. They've definitely dug deep and found out mentally they need to get back into it. 10-10, going to be 10-11. Economy-wise as well, they have an okay situation because they're not going to be able to buy an LDLC side, so another round should potentially go give them that bit of a cushion, that bit of insurance. They're still going to try and hunt out on these. Shoxy's all the way down by T-Spawn, Smiths, and Kiyoshima. Back over toward A. Get right. Forrest, Freiburg all circling, and Smith's going to catch out Forrest, but the bomb goes off, so NiP resume the lead on the terrorist side. It is Inferno. As you mentioned, they did beat them on this map in DreamHack. They've got to do it again. They've got to go to Cobble. How interesting would it be if we saw Cobble as a decider?
I want every map out of this grand finals, as I'm sure everyone does, apart from Foreign, who really hates Cobble. I'm sure he still wants 3 maps out of this anyway. But NiP, LDLC, it's last time they faced off this map, it was much easier for NiP. They did lots more star rounds. But this time it's becoming much more difficult. Instead, we're going to see this round, LDLC going for a bit more pressure on Banana. They've been giving it up a little bit here, but there's 3 players now there for them. And they do have an AWP on Smiths. Can he actually pull out a result here? Does go for the shot. He's going to miss, and that's actually huge now. Smiths can fall back away, maybe even rotate, but how hard do NiP want to hit this banana? And do LDLC want to give this up? Because right now it looks like they're just going to hold. They don't want to give this up at all.
Smith's going to fall back as well. But MBK's still aggressive. Happy's also rotating. They think they might be heading toward A, but there's no real indication they're doing so, aside from Forrest making a wee bit of noise. Get Right's going to come up in the apartment. Shoxy falls off the angle. Michael Ailey now one-on-one with Smiths, and Michael Ailey gets a kill that is very much required if they want to win this round. A 1-man advantage now for NiP. They'll smoke off over toward the arch. Incinerary will hold them out just a bit, and now they'll actually work it back toward B because they forced those rotations. Freiburg's done a little bit of scouting. He tries to spam through. MBK with the shotgun, though, Could
Once
still
again.
pose quite a bit of a threat if they don't close him out quick enough.
He has been an absolute menace on the bomb site with that weapon. They are going to take down the lurker. Get Right goes down. That's going to indicate what exactly is going to be happening here. MBK falling back into the bomb site. Grenade's coming in. He's got to hold on here. But again, he's isolated. MBK, so much work to do. They're trying to get it done through the smoke, but it's not coming easily. Forrest will take down MPK at the back of the site. Great shot from Happy there. Does take down Michael Ailey. Bomb goes down, and in LDLC go for this retake. Happy gets the shot onto Exist again. 2-on-2 now as Freiburg and Forrest hold the line. They've got some good positions. Shoxy and Happy working slowly together into the bomb site. Shots rattled off by Shoxy. So conscious, there's one at Banana. In they go, 2-on-1. Happy takes down Forrest, close range with the USP. It's all on Freiburg. Can he do it right here? Happy misses the shot. Freiburg gets the round. NiP, can they actually pull this out? Freiburg to save them again. Get Right gave him the MVP yesterday. Well, today he's been performing once more for them. He's on 18 frags. He's topping the leaderboard there for them. 12-10 now, NiP.
And that bit of a force means they'd actually save a further one. So I called it might go to 10. Pardon me, 12-10, but it actually might go to 13-10 as long as NiP can resist the immense pressure of LDLC's pistols. Michael Ailey again looking toward middle for that pick. They've dropped the bomb down there. Now they're going to fan off 2-2. Again, Forrest and Get Right working together. They've been pretty effective at pulling rotates before. Freiburg also working with Exist to get that pick over at B. Happy and MBK passively waiting. Happy's trying to get inside that cubby. He is holding now with that CZ. If they come around the corner, he's really exposed and probably go down. They are going to get aggressive. They're both stacked up. That flash will catch them. He gets into the corner, but they know he's there at this point. They have to. They're going to smoke him back as well. No, pardon me. Second flash. Thought it was going to be a smoke and Exist. There it is. Gets Happy. Now MBK out in the open. Can't do much at all. He dodges that first flashbang. Gets some good damage dealt. He actually does take down Freiburg. And the rotates are coming around. Get Right's joining with the bomb. Michael Ailey's got it. They've got to go in now if they want that bomb site, though. They have CT smoked off, and they're not doing it. But the option's still there to go A. Shoxy's in middle. See if Kiyoshima and Smith's can at least get some kills. And interestingly, NiP go in late now that they have arrived. Get Right does get Smith, so it doesn't matter. There's the Deagle. He can't close it out. He can't get the last shot. And Exist gets it, though. NiP now 3 rounds away from tying this series up at 1.
And that was
LDLC are on the back foot, but they will have rifles this time.
NiP actually can lose a round now. They can actually lose a round now and keep the buys going. It's still not amazing for them, but they actually can take damage now. They've been in this position where round after round after round, they're playing with their tournament life. But right now, it's LDLC who are on the back foot. They did have enough cash for a good buy, though. Smith's on the AWP there for them. We're going to see that he's over in a very standard position. They are going to get a little bit feisty, though, on Banana, trying to bully NiP off of map control. And they do have, of course, the deep smoke. And Michael Ailey gets the shot through that smoke. That's going to weaken the prime defender of BNBK, hitting the ground there. And NiP, somehow they picked up some momentum, but Happy, very key frag, back through the smoke. That's going to even things up a little bit. And Michael Ailey rattles off some shots, but Happy's not afraid, still standing his ground. Look at this, dodging between the pillars, the dancing from Happy. It's very strong, good juking, and that's going to mean that it's now a 3-on-3.
Michael Ailey's been the key for them to be a much better Inferno team, and he's showing off MVP status again as he leads the way. Forrest now onto Kiyoshima, and the defense are forced to split 1-1 either bomb site. NiP have their choice. We'll see where they're more comfortable. Shoxy's actually being quite aggressive, considering he's the only one home at A. And right back through Boiler. But Michael Ailey and Get Right are now working up towards Smiths. So he's going to be under a lot of pressure, holding a tight angle as well with that AWP. And they are going to come in just around the corner. He falls back. He's going to try and get a pop flash off on them just in time, as Shoxy's going to go for a flank up the bottom of Banana, and that flash actually does keep them out just long enough. But Smiths gets first one on Get Right. That drops the bomb. He looks for the second, not able to find it, and it's Michael Ailey again who gets the better of the op duel. And now they'll go for the plant, but Shoxy, oh no! A huge misplay by NiP. They line up, and he walks out to the 2 easiest clutch kills of his entire career. And they get 11 rounds on the board. NiP have got to be kicking themselves after that.
But at least they had the cash to sustain that damage, and we're going to see them buy up to within their limits right now. The cash is very low for them. And having just won some rounds, you know, they've got no bonus left. This is it right now. I mean, LDLC can bring themselves back in. They've just got to take this one. Smiths with the AWP, going to find himself towards Banana. That's a 3-man aggression there. Once again, finding some edges there previously. They want to do it again, but they are actually taking it quite slowly at the moment. Michael Elliott is on the AWP here still for NiP as well. They can get some frags. Very defensive posture from both sides at the moment. However, Archside is completely open for LDLC's defense at the moment as NiP work on some map control. Just trying to work out what is going on. And Inferno, always going to be a battle of controlling Banana and the apartments and middle. Once the T's have that, they can start working on some options here.
Good flash out just in time, but Freiberg's just beyond it, so he's not blinded at all. And what an entry as he takes down MBK, and he's not done there. He's making up for lost ground in the last round, and he's going to get 2. So they've got full control. They've got that bomb down, and it looks like LDLC is going to try and hold on to guns, and Forrest says, no way, sir, I want them all. He wants every skin he can get, and he wants to redeem for Flaren's prediction. Shoxy, though, does get right. So they've at least bought themselves some breathing room over there to hold on to the 1 AWP and the AK-47, but this late in the round, they only need 2 more for NiP to close it out.
Freiberg, time and time again, these entries are phenomenal. LDLC, can they hold on to these weapons here? Michael Elliott barely whipping a shot there. As Smith will go down, Shoxy in with the defense there. Can he take the AWP now? There it is. Not going to repeat here, doesn't want to risk this AWP. You can see Freiberg there, he's starting to feel himself a bit. He's getting the confidence going. These entries, there's no words for how strong
the whole tournament really has come down. I mean, last map it was Kiyoshima. Now it's Freiberg's turn to do it.
And we can see the money for LDLC. NiP are basically going to win if they can just take this one last round. LDLC with CZ, just an AWP on Smith, and then throwing Shox. It's going to take something special. They do have the push down middle with Smith there. There is a flash, some nades, but Smith on a great angle. He is going to be left here, deep in Banana. He does have reinforcements coming his way. And there it is, he gets that shot. Michael Elliott goes down, gonna go for the repeat. That's the bomb, that's the bomb. If he rallies his team behind this, uses grenades, this might be quite awkward here. NiP smoke it, very smart of them, and they are gonna get the bomb and remove themselves from that potentially dangerous situation. Pulling back to a mid-play.
Forrest and Get Right haven't really found much ground, though. If they do come to A, they are gonna try and overwhelm them. Shoxy's in the pit, it's all on him. He's gonna flash his way to safety and just delay it a little bit further. Now he'll push up underneath, but MBK's inside the site. He's gotten Forrest. These pistols again from LDLC, completely obliterating NiP as the Kiyoshima closes out on Exist. It all came down to that. Again, you save that AWP, so important. They get that shot on Michael Elliott, and the pistols do the rest of the work. That early pick, magical from Smiths.
I mean, the thing is that NiP felt like they needed to go for a fast round there, and that presence on Banana was so strong, all because of Smiths. NiP just went for the 8 hit and straight into those pistol setups. I don't even understand like how these rounds keep being found by these sides. It's so impressive. We're going to see NiP going for a quick play up Banana right now, see if they can get some luck with the pistols as well. Happy push to the defense behind the sandbags. MBK able to take quite a few frags of his own there. Nice 4 kill from him as Get Right will get the bomb down. And that's always nice for the economy, but
he's clutched a 1v3 before. We can't rule him out. It is Get Right after all, so he'll play the backside angle behind the quad.
Lack of armor is really going to be the problem here for him. As soon as he gets tagged, the aim punch is going to kick in. That's going to really crush his ability to keep firing straight. Get the first frag in, spray goes down. There's the first one, they line up, but Kiyoshima going to be able to survive, 13 health. Get Right knew that he had a chance there. You can see he's always disappointed in himself when he messes up 1 versus 3s. He's got the highest, Get Right I think has the highest of standards for himself of any player. So 14-13 now, as NiP are only 1 ahead, and LDLC in the last moments are turning the momentum all the way around, but once again, the money is tight for both sides.
And if NiP lose this, it's going to go pretty much to LDLC, so this is potentially for the match right now on NiP's conditions. Yeah, so Michael Elliott again going to that op. He's going to do battle again with Smiths, who is in middle, trying to peek away, but he's a little bit late to the party. They've already crossed around. Michael Elliott's lurking up with his own, trying to get something. But NiP are playing passively. They have to. They can't afford mistakes. They've got to get map control. They've got to get the positioning. They need an early kill. Smith's going to fall back now. Kiyoshima and Shoxy holding on to the Moto side is
Oh,
Michael onto Happy at B is opening things up. Can they rush it in? They're going to go aggressively. They know NBK's alone, and they get him as well. Michael Ailey, MVP for him, unquestionably. As they will get in there, Exist going to drop down that bomb, and they want to put this to match point now. They want LDLC to run and hide, and they're going to do just that as they hold on to the only guns they have because, like we mentioned, the economy's fragile. Get right. Is he going to try and go on the hunt immediately? Or they want to make sure they absolutely have this bomb for sure before they run away. What a shot by Michael Ailey.
Michael Ailey gets a lot of heat for a lot of missed shots. He does go for a lot of fast shots all the time. It's a much different opening style to some players. But in these pressure situations, he's been delivering for NiP. When all the heat is on, he's been stepping up to the plate and he's been serving NiP just the right meal. And we're going to have 15-13 right now. NiP move on to match point. NiP need this. It is, of course, if LDLC are able to take this in an overtime, then that's going to be it. They will crown themselves and they will adorn themselves in these lovely gold medals here from the X Games. So
in both maps so far, it's the team that had the early lead that actually trailed late. LDLC with the first comeback. NiP trying to equal the task. Michael Ailey again, AWP up middle. Smiths is trying to find something over at B this time. They've actually gone for 3 in that position because most of the successful takes from NiP have been over there. And they're already leading in that direction now, but again, it's Get Right and Forrest lurking behind, trying to find something. Smith's going to try and buy time, and actually, with no action in Banana, he falls off, so the advantage they might have had, they've elected to give up.
So NiP keeping their options well and truly open at this point. Might see Happy get flashed through the smoke there on Banana. It's been a play they've gone to. That's some great nade work. It might just finish him off with the spray. Freiburg trying to find it. Happy in a lot of trouble, but staying calm. Staying behind the smoke. Perhaps going to go for an aggressive play. Going to throw a flash in. Just trying to catch anybody moving through. Another one to in, and that's going to be it. Freiburg caught the trajectory, gets the spray down, and Happy goes down. They do catch the lurker towards A, but in comes the play now. MBK's got to deliver right now. And Smith goes down. MBK alone in the smoke, gets behind the players on NiP. Oh, he gets the kill on the planter. There's one more behind the site. And one of first oranges. Freiburg comes in, he gets the frag onto MBK. Kiyoshima and Shoxy coming in for their save, but NiP, they've got the bomb site. They're one round away from taking it. Kiyoshima in with a great kill onto Michael Ailey. 2 players left. Shoxy, Kiyoshima against Get Right. He's done a 1-on-3. He's got a 1-on-2 to play with, and 2 seconds left, goes for the plant, but he can't do it, there's no time, and Shoxy pulls out the kill, and LDLC hang on again, 1 round.
Stroke of luck for MBK, they went right past him in that smoke, and when he turned around, they all had their backs to him. He easily took down that bomb planter, and then it was a mad scramble from that point on. So right place, right time, MBK. Get Right now showing some signs of frustration, it's extremely tense. They force up, they can't afford an AWP, and in fact, Get Right can only afford a Galil. It's all on round 30. Smith's gonna try and get aggressive again in Banana. He's up with that AWP. He's worked it so well from this angle before. They will try and flash out on him. No, pardon me, just a decoy goes off. And he's gonna hold the angle. They can't come around the corner easily. He gets actually the jumper who tried to bait the shot, so it all falls apart for Exist. They do tag him down to 9 HP, and he'll fall back to the safety of both his teammate NBK and the site. Actually, they're going to swap the guns smartly so because he doesn't have anything to work with, can't really be aggressive, so NBK now with the AWP. But NiP have worked all the way back over toward the the A site, and where Shoxy and Kiyoshima are waiting, and Shoxy inside pit has it all to do. He's going to smoke it off. They won't be able to come around the corner immediately on him, but they are still going to try and do just that.
And the shots like that, I mean, the entire point is that the jumper is incredibly hard to hit. He's supposed to bait out the shot so the other teammate can peek in, get the easy kill, but that's not the case with Smiths. That guy is insanely fast to the trigger. But there's still lots of work to do here. And LDLC, they have put themselves in the most defensive of setups. They are just awaiting the push here. They have the man advantage. Got the crossfire in here on the B-bomb site. In goes Happy, goes through the smoke, gets taken down immediately. Freiburg with the kill. MBK picks up the AWP, the unlikely AWP here for LDLC. He gets the second kill. That could be huge right now. It's a 3-on-2 right now for LDLC.
And Smith's only with the pistol and low HP because he passed it off. This retake's going to have to be strong. NiP are still very comfortable right now in this bomb site. And they want this map now. They don't want overtime at all. They want to get the momentum. It's been back and forth. But Shoxy is going to close off on Forest. And Kiyoshima onto Michael. So it's overtime on map number 2 for the gold medal. LDLC trying to wrap it up in 2. And NiP holding on for dear life. Can it get any better than this? The entire X Games tournament has been absolutely epic. Every single matchup, every single map. So close, so well contested, and so well fought.
Absolutely. The last grand final also had a bunch of overtimes between these two teams. I think it was on Overpass previously, but this time we're going to get on Inferno. And it's just so back and forth between these teams. It's impossible to say who's going to come out on top here. But MR3, 10K is the rule set. So it's going to be fast, it's going to be furious between these two sides. But once again, LDLC had a monster Dust 2. A map that was definitely quite winnable for NiP as well. But LDLC were the team that found their form in those moments. NiP, they do have a decent Cobble game. And I doubt that LDLC have put a huge amount of focus on Cobble as well, as it isn't a very commonly played map in recent times. So Cobble is going to be a huge question mark for both sides as we jump into the pistol, it's overtime as we jump into the first round of the first overtime in this grand final. Map number 2 between NiP and LDLC at the MLG CS Games live in Aspen, Colorado. This is pretty much the very definition of hype.
And professionalism. They've got to show off not only skill, but mental capacity. Talk about pressure. At least LDLC have one map to work with, but again, with Cobble, that's such a wild card. They both are playing for it all right now. Smiths is holding that off angle. Michael trying to come up, see if he can spot anyone. No one really there yet, though. He'll flash it off so that Freiburg can pop out and go for that peek. Walks around the corner, but again, passive this time from LDLC. 2 ops on the board. We make mention of that only because it is overtime and investments do cost if you can't get at least one round early. NiP warmed up on the T side. They're now regrouping toward middle. Shoxy's inside the site. Kio's off. This time in the pit. And Smiths is in library, so they've got an opportunity to at least get up and control the upper part of middle because they aren't playing it aggressive anywhere right now. See if they come around. Smiths, though, rotating back. He's watching very intently on that corner. Shoxy's going to smoke off the opposing side. They're buying themselves good time. Get Right is flashed off. He was the one that wanted to come around the corner. Smith's going to relocate on that invitation, and now he's going to drop some fire out, but he's going to try and come into it, and Smiths catches Michael, so early advantage for them. Team flash, not sure that was intended because Smiths was trying to get a little bit more aggressive. So A under lock right now. Freiburg's actually going to, on that, try and fall back to B and at least see if he can get a pick, because if he can, they might have their best chance over there. Forrest actually got through. Oh, this is key right now as he gets in through the arch. He's on CT. They could pinch and completely catch Happy and MBK off guard, but MBK doesn't care. He's already got 2. Happy's going to get the other, and MBK sees Forrest coming. They're wise to it, so 1 round on overtime gone, and it goes to LDLC 16-15 on the CT side. Overtime, it really comes down to the one terrorist win. If Ninjas in Pajamas want to do it, they've got to do it in the first half.
And the most dangerous part of a setup like LDLC had there was that they're playing so far back on the A site. They get such limited information, so it's very easy for the teams to trick them into thinking that maybe there's more players in a part of the map than there really is, making the B players particularly strong as the rotation gets hurt. And it's a strong setup, though. We've got 3 players towards B right here for LDLC, mixing it up again. As right now they are awaiting Smiths to give them an early round advantage. However, would expect a flash to come over here, or a nade at least. There it is. 1 HE, and Smith does fall back. He's going to go back to Arch, and they will bide their time. LDLC confident in their setups at the moment. 2 players towards pit for LDLC on the A side of the map. As NiP work this map control. Freiburg and in position here to try to create an opening. Happy might just find the challenge. There's Freiburg creeps through the smoke, might get flashed in. He catches his foot there, and that's a quick kill. Throws over the AK, and this is looking good now for LDLC. But NiP, in the meanwhile, work their way up. That's a good leg from Smiths. And they build this, though, into a push here. They still can't get onto position. Get Right opening things up for the Ninjas. And Shoxy locks down the pit. Trying to make his his way through. I think just barely spotted by Shoxy. He won't get the kill and Exist actually wrapping around the side. Picks up the kill. Now all on Shoxy. He will get nothing. Freiburg gets the bomb planted there for his side. NiP in a great position to win this round.
Happy's going to come up from middle, so they've got a two-position retake, but Forrest is in Boiler, should catch him pretty much right away. He's on low HP. He's actually gone by Forrest, but here it comes from behind. He will take him down easily, so it's all now down to NBK. The bomb continues to tick. What a shot on Freiburg. He's made the job easier, and Forrest is a bit far away and on low HP. If he finds this kill, he can do it. Get rights down. NBK, he's going to try and hold it. Can Forrest come out and get the peak? He hasn't done it, and he actually got off it. I'm not sure why. Forrest gets the kill nonetheless. And there's that terrorist round. The question is, can NiP do enough when they get over to the CT side? The bomb will at least knock out that AK, so consolation for LDLC. But a great round, NiP.
Absolutely. It's one apiece now, so each team has gotten one round, and now it's time for one of them to get an advantage moving into the second half. But who is it going to be? Right now, we're going to see the same setup from both teams. In fact, might be a bit more presence towards second mid this round. Bomb is around the bomb of Banana, and once again things start off slow as map control is to be gained. In fact, we do have Kyoshima switched up his position a little bit. He's actually towards Boiler at the moment. And we do have a bit of apartments control here from LDLC. He's got a bit of a setup going with his teammate. Instantly taken down by Forrest. Great shot from him. Trying to pursue Shoxy as he's on the retreat, but Shoxy will get out of there. And Smith has the cover for them if they are to push middle. So LDLC settle back down onto a defense, but it's a 3-on-3 now. And it couldn't be harder right now for LDLC as they don't know where these T's are. Creeping up for the play onto this A-bomb site. Smith.
Oh, Smith.
Unbelievable approach here.
Right, he's got no idea. Those smokes might just save him if he drops down. They're going to spam away. They do the damage, and it doesn't matter because Shoxy's already got him. But in the meanwhile, as they were all looking in that direction, Exist comes around, but Smith is equal to that. Takes him as well, and now it's Michael Ailey. He's played so well in this match. There's no denying that, and he comes around. Oh, whiff from Smith as he catches the truck. Michael Ailey bailed out again as he misses that shot. And now he's just going to go for that bomb plant and try and play it off positionally. Where's Happy? He's joined as well on truck side, so they're both there. Michael Ailey can't do it, and Happy jumps up, and the fire means that he can't get out at all, so they get another round on LDLC's side.
Bomb has been defused. Counter.
All right, 17-16 LDLC going up one in advantage as they swap sides here. Second half of the first overtime here between NiP and LDLC. And this is really interesting right now as I think neither team wants us to get the cobble. But, of course, well, except, of course, NiP. You need cobble to win, so we'll have to see if LDLC can prevent that reality from them. And I'm actually really curious to see a cobble between these two teams as well, because it's been quite a while since we've seen one in a really big tournament. So how do you...
I've actually, I shamefully admit, being North American, I've never seen cobble because we don't play it over here.
Did you say you shamefully admit being North American? Come on, man.
Yeah, I know, I'm going to get called out for that.
Like, seriously.
My Twitter's about to blow up. I have no fans anymore. Stream's dead.
Either way, jumping in right here, 17-16. It's so difficult to call a weakness or an advantage for either team here because they've both been swapping their setups so much. We're seeing lots of mix-ups on banana control, lots of mix-ups on aggression on apartments. We've had LDLC on their CT side go from playing quite aggressively to actually playing all the way back in what I like to call the come at me setups. And we have now the second half kicking off now between these two sides. LDLC with advantage there, 17-16. No AWP for them. And what seems to be a initial quick play up middle as they have apartments under control. And they are going to force the smokes in from NiP, so it's going to delay them a little bit. We do have Freiburg pushing down Banana. Does have the deep smoke, and as you can see, NiP also mixing up their CT setups. They've had deep smokes, they've got the car smokes, and they've also been playing all the way back on the site as well, so it's leaving Freiburg there to begin with. Gerri's rotating or floating back towards the support. Freiburg is going to need someone else to help smoke Banana with him. And LDLC has to wait.
Be so careful. He tries to flash it off, but it's not going to catch out Michael Ailey. It does that time, though. And no shot to be made.
Here we go. Through the smokes now. They didn't want to get forced up middle into that big defense there on A. Not allowing NiP to dictate their pace. However, that smoke is going to be very annoying for them. but with the time as it is, they might just try to bully through. Freiburg right next to the smoke here. Get right in perfect position as well. This could be a complete massacre here. Get right picks up a frag. They're going to commit their way through. Freiburg picks up 3 in a row. Make it 4. Freiburg. Excellent defense there on Banana. Just as you would expect. And NiP take the first one on the second half there of this first overtime. And that's going to be a relief for them, tying things up with LDLC.
Amazing play. Amazing play from Freiburg. Holding on. They tie it up. They're on the CT side. I mentioned they got that 1T round. It's LDLC's job if they want to try and win this match now. It's all in their hands. Michael with an op. Has Smiths to go against us. He has one as well. He does push up. He's holding that off angle. He didn't go for that mid pick, so perhaps a little bit cautious. As now Freiburg and Get Right will try and work again toward Banana. Good nade down toward Tree. That does damage to NBK. Smoke it off one more time. That Molotov's going to actually go out. Get Right's held in and actually separated from Freiburg because of it. And that flash might give him an opportunity to come in, but he's just going to spray away. As they can't quite find what they're looking for just yet. Michael knows they've thrown one nade. There's still a smoke. There has to be something going on at A. Where are they? Shoxy's in Boiler. Happy's on the stairs. They want to pour out onto middle. Exist in Forest. And Forest so good in that spot is definitely going to be tested. Where are the rest of the smokes?
They really want to push them back right now. They actually can still double back towards the Banana play.
There's a bit of a gap on the smoke on the left side, I believe, but Exist isn't going to push up. He doesn't want to get caught out. Forrest is going to get the first one as he's up above. He also gets the second one. Good positioning. Exist spams away at Library. Shoxy does go into him, but there's Michael on the rotation. He drops him out. So Smiths, run away and hide, my friend. Hold on to that AWP if you dare, but it is overtime. He's still going to go for it. He's got the bomb. It's 1-on-4. That flash does come out. It hinders his ability. Michael takes the first shot. They both miss as they exchange, and they do so again. And now just behind comes Get Right, and they are on match point. Ninjas in pajamas, looking to put us in a cobble. And unbelievable, the X Game's not done just yet. Of course we were going to go down to the wire. How could we not?
Absolutely, but of course the money a little bit stretched here for LDLC. You've got to hand it to Forrest, man. This guy can actually get on top of the quad roof just by himself, just like jumping over from balcony, and he can do it like every time. It's especially in these high pressure situations in the grand final, pretty impressive that he's able to do plays like that just consistently. Picks up the 2 defensive kills. That's going to be the difference there in that round for NiP. And now LDLC, nice they want to force it to that second overtime. Oh, but they're already sustaining massive damage here on the opening. And Exist with 2 quick kills, locking down the bomb on quad. Things are looking desperate now for the French side as MBK is the last man standing against 4 Swedish giants on Inferno. And Michael is going to make the peak. And MBK really has nothing left to do but to die. And NiP going to bring this to a 3rd and final map in this grand finals here live, Aspen, Colorado, at the MLG X Games. Couldn't ask for something better.
We saw how out of it they looked at one point.